Basically, we just want to find out what we own versus what we owe, okay? So remember, assets are what we own. So we say assets. Okay? Then liabilities and also capital is what we own. Remember, capital is the money owed by the business to its owner, okay? So assets equals liabilities plus capital. That's the whole concept behind their balance sheet, okay? Assets has to equal liability plus capital, okay? So we refer back to Amano, okay? We're going to see what fixed assets do they have, all right? What fixed assets do they have? Okay, so the only thing that we can find is fixtures, okay? Fixtures at costs, okay? Fixtures at cost. So we're going to label it here, all right? Now remember that it said that accumulated, all right, accumulated depreciation on the fixtures at the 1st of January was 30,000, all right? And then we also said that depreciation of 30,000 is to be provided for the year ended 31st December 2021, right? So this accumulated depreciation, we'll add it with this depreciation, which is going to be charged at the end of the year. Okay, so we're going to say, all right, 30 plus 30,000, we get 60,000. So this is our accumulated depreciation, 60,000, all right? We can also, you can also label it here, okay? You can just put a bracket and put 30 plus 30,000 to show your workings for the depreciation, right? So we say 30,000 plus 30,000. That's how we got our 60,000. Wait, plus 30 plus 30,000. Okay, so that's goes for accumulated depreciation. So remember the net book value, all right? The net book value, or what's also called the carrying value, this is the value that comes when we subtract our cost from our accumulated depreciation, all right? So 120,000 minus 60,000, we get 60,000. All right, so now we're going to go to the non-fixed assets, all right? These are going to be used up within a year. Okay, they'll be used up within a year, all right? They are not like the fixed assets which we own, or that we tend to own over a year, all right? So our first, we're going to record our closing stock, all right? This is the stock we remained with, all right? We've got our receivables, all right? But remember, there was an allowance for receivables, right? And we say that's going to be 5% of the receivable values, okay? So we got 5% of 60,000, that was 3,000, right? This is the allowance. So we're going to deduct this allowance from the receivables, all right? So 60,000 minus 3,000, we get 57,000, all right? Then on bank, other fixed assets, we got bank, 4,000. We also have the prepayment for rent. Remember, prepayment is also a current asset, all right? So 4,000. So we're going to say 4,000 plus 57,000 plus 4,000 plus 4,000 gives us a total of 105,000. Okay, so our total non-fixed assets are 105,000. So now our total assets, okay, which incorporate our fixed and non-fixed assets. So we say our total assets, going to add our fixed assets 60,000 plus 105,000, we get 165,000. All right. Then, right, then we're going to go to capital, right? Capital and our liabilities, all right? So remember we have capital 40,000, right? We also have capital introduced of 10,000. Remember, capital is what is owed by the business to its owner, all right? You put in money into your business, let's say, this is just for as an example sake. You put money into the business, then let's say your business shuts down maybe after 2 months. That money you put into the business is going to be owed back to you, all right? Capital introduced 10,000. Okay. Our net profit 98,000. Right. So we're going to add these 40 plus 10,000 plus 98,000. Then we'll subtract our drawings, all right? Drawings, this is money removed from the business by its owners, okay? And the drawings reduce capital, okay? So say less drawings, right? And we're going to get 82,000. That's our total capital, 82,000. We'll get our current liabilities, all right? We have our payables, 40,000, all right? We have our accrual for power, which was 2,000. Accrual for power, which is 2,000. And we also have the accrual for the computer. Okay, remember the engineer worked on the computer. So of that accrual. So say 40,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000, we get 43,000. All right. Then our non-current liabilities. Remember, liabilities, these are things that we owe, all right? So a current liability is what we owe and what we have to pay within a year. Okay? What we owe and what we have to pay within a year. But a non-current liability is what we owe, but we can pay it even after a year. Okay, so our non-current liability is the bank loan. Okay, 40,000. So we're going to say 40,000 plus 43,000, get 83,000. So this is our total liabilities, all right? Total liabilities, right? 83,000. So we're going to add our total liabilities with our capital, 83,000 plus 82,000, we're going to get 165,000. All right. So as I stated earlier, assets equals liability plus capital. All right. And our total assets equals our total capital and liability.